Welcome to Sibos 2018. I'm Des Blanchfield, and we are here at the International Convention Centre in Darling Harbour in Sydney, Australia, and I have the pleasure of being joined by Andrew Mead. Hi Andrew, how are you?
Doing well, Des. Yourself?
I'm doing great, thank you. Now, thanks for making time to catch up with me on camera.
Sure.
Firstly, for folk who don't know who you are potentially, could you maybe introduce yourself and your role within the IBM team?
Sure. So I'm part of the worldwide Z leadership team, focused on growing the Z business through growth opportunities, and I've spent quite a bit of time of late looking at the area of payments and how it's just a fabulous fit for the Z platform and what it delivers for business outcomes for our clients in the FSS industry.
Fantastic. Now, you had a great little story you were telling me around Mount Buller and skiing, but particularly an analogy that I really loved that I thought we'd get you on camera for around, I guess, the visual of a downhill ski racer in comparison to what people are facing in the FSI space with payments. I thought I'd get you to share that on camera if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, well, it's not an obvious comparison, a point of comparison, but my mind's been thinking a lot about the challenges a payments line of business executive is facing. They've got emerging business needs, they've got the requirement to be agile, they've got massively changing and demanding spikes in processing.
Right.
And they have a lot of things they've got to have in place to be successful across all of these outcomes, all of these requirements.
A lot of preparation work.
There's a lot. Their software has to deliver functionally, of course. It has to fulfill the various ISO formats, the various industry requirements and the schemes they're participating in.
Yep.
They would have thought through the impact on their overall broader enterprise architecture, how it relates to everything else which is in place. They would have thought about systems integrator and who's going to be putting that into place for them, who's going to make it real, who's going to make it happen. And there's a load of different things a payments executive has to get right.
And they have to join the dots together, they have to all align at the same place, at the same time to get to that outcome.
Exactly.
I like that.
One bit which I haven't mentioned yet.
Right.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Should we go to the skiing bit?
Yeah, so how does that relate to a downhill ski racer? Because this is the bit that I love. You're going to love this.
So, as Des alluded to, I've got a long career now in my past of being a ski coach, and I know a lot about ski racing. And there is a lot which goes into a successful ski racer. Mm-hmm. So by the time the racer, so let's make it even more real. Let's go to St. Moritz in Switzerland. Right. That is the steepest start of any race course in the world.
Okay.
And within 6 seconds, they reach 90 miles an hour. So that is, and they call it the free fall.
Wow.
It's like falling down a lift shaft. To get to that point, that ski racer has to have done a load of preparation.
Right.
Physical, of course, technical training, diet, mental training is a big, big part of getting themselves ready to be an elite ski racer. But to get at the top of that St. Moritz ski run, for them then to pull on the nearest pair of skis, borrow a pair of skis which belongs to their teenage son, it's never going to happen.
No,
it's never going to happen.
Recipe for disaster.
It's a massive piece of getting it right. The bit that they are running on has a massive bearing whether they're successful or not, whether they're going to be first, whether they're going to get to the bottom.
Right.
Taking that back to our payments analogy, the payments line of the business executive can get everything in place, the software solution, compliance with regulatory requirements, the right integrator, the right enterprise architecture, etc., etc. But if they don't pick the right platform to run it on, that can undo all of the good which has been done leading up to what's running on top.
I love it. That is a fantastic analogy, Andrew. Thank you very much. Well, I really wanted to get you on camera to share that, because when you related to me a moment ago off camera, it just made sense to me. And I think a lot of people who are walking around here in Sibos 2018 here in Sydney have exactly that kind of question in their mind. That is, not so much just what's in it for me, but how do I join all the bits together? How do I get at the right place at the right time, choose the right tools? And in many ways, it is a free fall at the very beginning. I love that. Well, thank you so much for making time to catch up and share that.
My pleasure.
And I'm sure we're going to get some great comments on that. Folks, I'm sure you're going to enjoy that just as much as I did, which is why I wanted to catch on camera. Thank you, Andrew, for catching up on camera.
Sure.
And folks, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.